Welcome to Titans of Industry, a journey through 7 decades of corporate power. We will explore which giants dominated each era, what made them successful, and why many ultimately faded into history. This program is brought to you by the Series of Thoughts team as part of the Business Management series. Chapter 1 focuses on the age of industrial giants in 1950s America. The post-war boom led to unprecedented manufacturing dominance. Steel, automobiles, and oil reigned as the country rebuilt the world. General Motors stood as the unrivaled king of the 1950s, leading Fortune 500 revenue from 1955 through 1974. GM symbolized American manufacturing supremacy. Its revenue grew from $9.8 billion in 1955 to $35.8 billion by 1974. The 1950s industrial landscape was dominated by General Motors, ExxonMobil, U.S. Steel, and General Electric. Manufacturing, steel, oil, and heavy industry were the backbone of the economy, with few service or retail companies making the Fortune 500 list. This image captures the heartbeat of mid-century America, the factory floor driving mass production and economic prosperity. Standard Oil of New Jersey, the predecessor to ExxonMobil, ranked among the top firms, fueling industrial growth and powering the expanding economy. This energy dominance would become even more central to the economy in the following decades. Chapter 2 is the energy and tech transition of the 1980s. During this decade of transformation, energy giants capitalized on global oil shocks, while the first tech companies began their ascent to power. Riding the geopolitical oil shocks, ExxonMobil surged to the top of the Fortune 500 multiple times, peaking at $90.9 billion in revenue in 1985. The energy sector's power reached new heights as oil became an economic weapon. The 1980s corporate landscape saw manufacturing meet emerging technology. GM faced challenges, while IBM and Hewlett-Packard emerged as tech pioneers. Meanwhile, Walmart began its retail expansion, though it was not yet a dominant player. The oil crisis of this era represented immense power and profit for the dominant energy companies. In 1984, Walmart's revenue was $6.4 billion. Its discount pricing and revolutionary logistics fueled rapid nationwide expansion. This strategy, built on scale, would make Walmart the largest company in America within 2 decades. The 1980s marked the decline of many industrial giants. Companies like Sears and Kmart began their fall. Globalization shifted manufacturing, and many 1950s firms lost relevance due to failure to adapt to tech disruption. Chapter 3 brings us to the 2020s, the era of retail, tech, and scale. The digital revolution transformed the corporate landscape, where tech and retail giants command the economy through innovation and platform power. Walmart stands as the unmatched retail colossus, holding the top Fortune 500 position since 2002. Its 2025 revenue is projected to be $681 billion, a testament to its massive global distribution network and unparalleled operational efficiency. Today's economy is defined by tech titans. Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, and NVIDIA lead across consumer electronics, cloud computing, enterprise software, and AI innovation. The image of automated warehouses shows how modern success requires seamless integration, where logistics meets technology. The new corporate landscape is led by service and technology companies. Financial, service, and tech firms now dominate the Fortune 500, reflecting an economy driven by data and digital platforms rather than physical manufacturing. The reality of corporate survival is harsh. Only 21% of 1955's top industrial firms remain on the 2018 Fortune list. Sustained dominance for companies like GM and GE requires continuous, dramatic reinvention. Chapter 4 explores what great companies have in common across all eras. Despite different industries, enduring corporate giants share fundamental characteristics that transcend time and technology. Common traits of enduring giants include innovation and adaptation, scale and efficiency, visionary leadership, and a deep customer focus. These principles remain constant, regardless of the technological landscape. Innovation is a survival imperative. Every dominant company, from GM's mass production to Walmart and Amazon's logistics, leveraged groundbreaking innovation. Those who stopped innovating lost their position. Strategic adaptation is key. Companies like Sears and Kodak failed to reinvent themselves. In contrast, those who embraced digital transformation, like Apple and Microsoft, continue to thrive. Success requires transforming the business model before it's too late. Chapter 5 looks at the many giants that became irrelevant. The corporate graveyard offers cautionary lessons about complacency and resistance to inevitable change. Sears Roebuck, once America's largest retailer, refused to adapt to e-commerce. Complacency with its old model led to bankruptcy in 2018, a classic example of a giant falling victim to its own success. General Electric's transformation illustrates complexity. After decades of being an industrial powerhouse, diversification into finance under Jack Welch exposed vulnerabilities. Strategic missteps caused the company to lose its top status, proving that diversification is not always the answer. The forces of technology and globalization are major disruptors. Automation, outsourcing, digital platforms, and software have diminished the dominance of many manufacturing firms as value creation shifts from physical to digital products. This image reminds us that even the mightiest corporations can fall if they fail to adapt to market changes. Chapter 6 offers lessons for today's and tomorrow's companies. The patterns of rise and fall reveal timeless principles for building companies that endure through constant change. Companies must embrace change and disruption. This means continuous innovation, constantly monitoring emerging technologies, tracking evolving consumer behaviors, and experimenting with new business models. It is vital to build scale with agility. This involves maintaining operational excellence while retaining the ability to pivot quickly. Data-driven decisions and global networks support this strategic nimbleness. Invest in leadership and culture. Visionary leadership drives successful transformation, but it requires a learning culture and an adaptive mindset where teams are comfortable with change and experimentation. Focus on customer-centric models. Enduring companies succeed by deeply understanding customer needs, creating great experiences, and developing offerings that genuinely delight customers in ways competitors cannot match. Who will be the next titans? The future is likely shaped by artificial intelligence, green energy, biotechnology, and digital platforms. Both startups and incumbents must innovate relentlessly to avoid becoming irrelevant. The next generation of giants will rise in these rapidly evolving fields, demonstrating the power of new ideas and strategic adaptation. Great companies rise through innovation, build scale, and then must adapt to new disruption. The next era's titans will combine bold vision with strategic agility. The question is not if disruption will come, but whether today's leaders will be ready to reinvent themselves before it's too late.